Cowabunga! Look who's on time for once. Technically, I'm early. This is for boogers. Nothing dirty. Boogers are dirty, but... set up the camera. Because that box is a big boy. I mean, it's been streaming for 3.5 minutes. Do I give it another minute and a half until 5 Central on the dot? Yellow, TENIME here. Today's royalty-free music is the same 80s synthwave that I've been using for all Turtles-related stuff. Artists include Aries Beats, Diamond, Ace, Ghost, Rifter, Jiggler, Moochie, and Vira. Links are already in the description. Putting the volume lower than usual, but the phone closer to the microphone. So today's t-shirt is my artwork of Leonardo Leeds. You've seen me with a Raph shirt, you've seen me with the Leo shirt, you've seen me with the Michelangelo shirt. There is a Donatello shirt in my Threadless store, TENIMEArtstudios.threadless.com. I haven't picked one up yet, so my wardrobe has a blue shirt, a red shirt, and an orange shirt, and I'm missing a purple shirt. But this was kind of a last-minute thing, so I literally drew that thumbnail last minute. So hence why this is a evening stream instead of lunchtime, like I try to do, because then I have the rest of my afternoon for I don't know. I'm lost. Like being on time like threw me off. If you would like this shirt for yourself, or any of the other 3 Turtles, or Splinter, April, Casey, Leatherhead, or a sewer cover with a red spray painted or bloodied foot soldier foot. Leonardo's link is in the description. You can find the rest of the store from there, or go to TENIMEArtstudios.threadless.com. Today's unboxing. I'm not exaggerating, man. Like, I'm not a skinny person, and this thing is wide. No, it's not that deep. It's pretty tall. Yeah, it's not that wide. This is the Mezco 1/12 Collective Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4-pack. I didn't have the money when it first went up in spring. Or I think it went up for pre-order much earlier, but they needed a non-refundable deposit, and because I wasn't sure if I was going to have the money when it dropped, I didn't want to lose the NRD, even though it was $25 or something like that. Maybe it was more, because this is not a cheap set. I was able to get it this time because I violated the Geneva Convention a couple times. So if you see any FBI's Most Wanted with my face, please look the other way and pretend you don't know me. When this did sell out, well, I mean, it pre-sold out when it dropped. Everyone was posting photos of theirs, and I didn't experience FOMO, because I mean, I wanted it from the get-go. But I was seeing enough people say that they had been successful with Mezco's waitlist, which, if you've watched my Mezco 112th Collective Rumble Society Bartholomew Vex review, I kept calling it the wish list. It is indeed the wait list. And with the wait list, you don't have to pay the non-refundable deposit, and if it never comes in, you never owe anything. And, you know, I assume you can cancel at any time, but I've never been on the wait list for anything Mezco 112th previously, so I tried it. I didn't think it was ever going to fulfill, and a couple weeks ago, week and a half ago, sometime in the recent past, I got an email notification saying, hey, guess what? Your wait list is being fulfilled. So I was like, oh my gosh. So that's when I committed all the crimes to get the money for this. I mean, obtained the money for this through totally legal and legitimate means. Anyways, looking at the box. Ooh, jeez. If I can even get it all in camera without the table blocking. I'm at the top of the frame. Awesome little. So now, despite it being the Mirage logo, and despite there being pages of the Mirage comics, these are not the Mirage versions. I didn't bring them over, but if you Google NECA 2008 Mirage TMNT, you can see pictures, or if you watched or can watch my Kevin Eastman, my NECA Kevin Eastman figure review. One of the figures is in there. That's what the Mirage, the Eastman and Laird Mirage show look like. So this is not what they look like, but they still look awesome and are Mezco's own take on them. So little grittier, a little more realistic, though not as realistic as the Jim Henson stuff. But yeah, so some cool comic panels there. Side Mirage logo, Nickelodeon, because Paramount, Viacom, Nickelodeon owns the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. Logo on the top, logos on the side, stuff on the bottom. It's upside down, sorry. Backwards for me, but if you want to pause and read it. Any noting people who were involved? Nope. It does say ages 18 and up, not a toy for children, intended for adult collectors only. I'm sure I made some joke when I did Bartholomew Vex, but you know, like I said, this is last minute. Like the only pre-planning that I did for this, aside from setting up my usual filming setup, was drawing the thumbnail, which thankfully, because I have a template, I only have to change what is on the shirt, the box in Cartoon Tenme's hands, and then logos. So, but on the back of the box, you get a picture of the turtles, all the accessories in the box, all the different heads, bandanas, pizza pieces, stands, hands, soft goods, which, you know, I'm not a big fan of, but if those cloak capes are wired, then I'm going to be a fan of those, because I do like wired capes. And then weapons and weapon effects and stuff like that. So, it feels like there's a slipcape. When I was handling it, like I was picking it up by the sides, and it wouldn't slide. So I thought maybe like if there was a slipcase, it was taped, or I thought maybe there was like a Velcro flap or whatever. But so the front of the box on the inside has the Mirage Turtles in an awesome little explodey. That is actually the not the first frame of the first issue, but like the first time you get to see the turtles when they're introduced in the first issue. It's either the second or third page, but it's one of the first images of the turtles in the original Mirage comics. The back, sides, just more comic panels. The back, just a big version of the logo with more comic panels. So, let's get this open. Is it just tape? It did come wrapped in a bag, but I took the bag off because I needed a reference for the box for the thumbnail. I didn't want light glaring off the. I thought that I had finished the thumbnail, and then realized that the pizza slice that Mikey is supposed to be holding was not drawn. So I had to go back into it and holy cow. Okay. So we got some trays in here. So when you've got the front of the box facing you, the tray is actually upside down. And it's got two turtles in it. Sorry about the plastic on plastic violence. There's the little. This is in between the figure trays and the accessory trays. Another two turtles. It was also upside down. I'm hoping this won't be 4 hours long. As everyone watching leaves. Like I'll go over the articulation for one of the turtles, but not all four. I'll show you everyone. I'll show you everything in this box, but okay. Box is empty. I'm likely gonna keep the box. I know I always say like, oh, I only keep the boxes I like. It's not a bad box. It's I feel like I'm gonna keep the box just to keep all this expensive stuff safe. And then the tray that was facing the turtles is the accessories. So first off, we have some papers. We have the usual 1/12 collective welcome and warning. If you want to pause, or if you can't pause the live once this is uploaded. It's also in the Bartholomew Vex video. I mean, you saw me pull it out, so it's not like not like I read through and goes, "This is the exact version that was in the Bartholomew Vex video." But I assume it's the same one. Then we have another piece of paper which shows the accessories. I mean, shows how to like handle some of the accessories. So again, Bartholomew Vex also had that. Never do a drinking game to my videos where you drink every time I say because you will die of alcohol poisoning 5 minutes in. Alright, top is not taped on, but there's lots of little plasticky films. Plastic film. Alright, we have a purple stand. Mirage Turtles logo on it. I don't know where I'm putting all this stuff. We have, there's like a clear film on the, doesn't, like, I saw a wrinkle. So it's, I want to say, well, it's just a glossy edge. I mean, I saw a wrinkle and it's like something that needs to be peeled off, like when you get a new phone or TV. I don't know. I can't find the edge. Orange. Plastic filmy film. Oh, I'm gonna have so much crap to clean up off my floor when I'm doing this. Debating keeping these if I'm keeping the box to keep everything safe. I don't know. Okay. Sorry. Make you sit and wait while I watch. Wait while I watch. Watch while I wait. Wait and watch. Red and blue. rouge et bleu. Orange, violet, violet. Let me speak a little. I only speak a little French. So. The 1/12 collective baggies, where you can put the name on the bag and the accessories in the bag, and you get 4 bags. They have little, like, I don't know, cigar wrappers. Keep them rolled up. So of course you get one for each tortoise. They're not tortoises. Tortoises are a different species. Gosh. It's like frogs and toads. They're not the same thing. We've got stand arm. Woo! That is tight. That is awesome. Like I like how tight that is. So that'll support some weight. And then it's got some screws to tighten it if it does loosen up on you. So bolts on the other side. You saw me pull off the little slippy thing. Slips over the end, and then these little tongs spread apart for waists, grabbing waists. There are, oh man, I have to loosen that up before I break it. 2, 3, 4, all identical. We have a, oh, 4. So we have 4. Of course there's 4. 4 grappling hooks. I mean, they're not what traditional grappling hooks look like. It's just a hook. It's like a fish hook on the end of a string. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got a string about yay long. The black thread. I say hold it over the white table. Not pasty skin. Nice little silvery plastic hook. It is plastic. It's plastic. Oh, all right. We got some individual trays in here. We got some size. We got some nunchucks. Nunchaku. Look, man, I was raised on old school Simpsons and South Park. I do not mean any offense with silly voices. There's a bow staff and some. Oh man, one of the desiccant packets popped open. There's little balls all over the place. Some katanas. And under the sides, we have a soft goods trench coat. Yeah, so the silica gel desiccant packet, one of them opened up. You likely can't hear it, but there's little silica balls rolling around one of the subtrays. All right, so we got soft goods, brown trench coat, tannish, lightish brown. There's no wire in the bottom or back, but there is wire in the front pieces. Belt. The cloth belt does have a wire in it. A nice little metal buckle, which I assume you can loop the end through. Opens up. The wire continues into the collar. Look at the buttons. How do you say the word button? I say button. I have a friend who says button, like he pronounces the T. And then I've heard people who just pretend the T isn't there, so they say button. That sounds exactly the way you said it, Tenime. They say button. Button. Like there's an apostrophe. Button. How y'all been? Button. Whose house? Sorry. I just watched Dogma the other day, so. Well, it's not from Dogma, it's from Martin. The TV show Martin Lawrence. Right, but I've never seen that. But Matt Damon's Loki sings the theme song in Dogma. We have a cape with some tatters sliced in. And I don't know if you can tell, but this entire top thing is a bendy wire. I like that. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Oh, this is under Mikey's weapons. And we also have a... Oof. 23 minutes in, not even to the figures yet, my back's already hurting. Be a long stream. Got a little hoodie. Ooh, I like it. It's nice and soft. There is a bendy wire in the hood. That's awesome. So, see? Otherwise it'd be flopping. Well, it'd be flopping like that. Got some little pull strings, which are for show. They don't work. The zipper, however, how else are supposed to get it on? The zipper actually works. The pockets are a little small for turtle hands, but they are pockets. Boop. Functional pocket, not sewn shut. Is it? Feels like it's actually made out of like a sport hoodie. It's pretty awesome. You see that, like, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but like there's like that diagonal. Yeah, you can see like the diagonal texture, and it's like a little slicker than the outside, which again is nice and soft. So sweet. Bow staff. Donnie. I mean, these can be used with any of them. I mean, the orange is Mikey's color, but you know, you can use it with anybody. Doesn't specifically say this is Raph's trench coat or this is Donnie's cloak. In fact, this kind of cloak is something you usually see Leo in. There is a bendy wire in the middle seam of the hood, and then the outer parts of the cape. You have a slit in the back of the cloak for either a bow or potentially a sword sheath to poke through. Unless Leo's sword sheaths are like the upside down V. Well, technically it's an X. Sword. There is only one slit, so this may just be for Donnie. I don't know if Leo's sheaths come off him. So, a nice, kind of like it's like a fake suede. Is there like a pleather version of suede? Pleasure is vinyl to imitate leather, so I don't know what the fabric is to imitate suede, but it's kind of suede-y, don't get that wet. And then under the katanas we have a red scarf with a bendy wire in it. That long. Bendy wire is at the top, not at the bottom. Oh! I'm going to pull the table closer as soon as I'm done with this tray. And then we have a black cloak, bendy wire in the front. Oh! It's like a poncho. So there's bendy wires on both sides. of this poncho. And then you got this hood here, which... Oh, bro, there's a bendy wire in the... So, the Donnie hood, there was a bendy wire in the seam that ran down the middle of the hood. This does not have that, but this has what the Donnie hood did not have. Whew. This fabric is like... I don't know if you can tell it in my voice, but it's like choking me. The bendy wire in the opening of the hood, the mouth. Like that stays. That's awesome. Also soft. I'm potentially allergic to that, or maybe just like how like it's like a dryness. I don't know if you could like. I know I was a little raspy throated before, but like I don't know if you could tell that. Suddenly felt a overwhelming sense of dryness. All right, I'm gonna knock down all the figures on either side of the camera for the comparison stage of the video, but I don't want to lean forward. My back hurts. I'm fighting a kidney stone. So, all right, we'll just go with the top tray. Oh, I always do this. It's right in front of me. Again, we'll go in order left to right. It is not taped down, but it is molded. So we have, make sure I have my tweezers ready. We've got the, I believe this is called a push dagger. Reminiscent of the vintage turtles. That blade is crooked. You see that, right? It's not straight up and down. It's like, hello. I mean, I don't know if it's glued in there. If it's glued in there, I could break the glue and then just, you know, reset it and re-glue it. But like, if it's sculpted like that, might be glued in. I don't know. I'm not gonna try plastic surgery on camera. Just give you a nice look at the paint job there. Since I don't, no one's complained, but like, you know, when I watch other videos, they're like, look at this beautiful paint job, and I'm not making fun of anybody for doing that. The reason that I said it like that is because I don't know how else to, like, everyone else is always usually so verbose and poetic about the paint jobs, and I'm just like, look at this paint job, isn't it nice? So it's making fun of myself. We got some size. Oh, they are pointy, metally and dry brushy, and see, it's, you're not even trying. And then we have a pair of Tonfas. Pair, identical. Show you one. Handles got some fake wrap on it. The body of it looks appropriately wooden. Wrap covers the end of there. We have a, where did I put that? Oh, it's dirt. All right, does not say what this clip is for. We have a brown plastic clip that is sculpted oddly. I'm trying to hold it as flat as I can, but you see it like it slopes down. There's that weird tab in there, and it's not quite symmetrical. I'm gonna assume it goes on Raph's belt for some reason, but we'll find out. I don't lose it. We have got a cool shuriken throwing star throwing effect. Translucenty plastic with some silvery plastic on the shurikens. They're sculpted on that side only, but it looks like it's painted on both sides. You can see on the back it's just the swooshy. The swooshy is sculpted. Maybe the paint is... I'm old, guys. I got my tweezers, but I didn't get my lit magnifying glasses. Paint could just be showing through from the other side, or they painted it on this side just to go along with the physics of the idea of, you know, freezing such an action midair. I need to hurry this up. We're at half an hour and I'm not even to the first turtle yet. It's only on the first turtle's accessories. He comes with 3 shurikens that are identical. I'll show you one in a second. Hang on. I'm going to lose it down my couch. Or pants. Tiny. Good sculpting. Silvery paint job. Also appropriately pointy. Might need to trim. Nail trim soon. Last accessory in Raph's tray is a fedora. Very nice. There's a peg in the back, I assume, to go into the hole where the bandana plugs into. So to keep the hat on his head. Nice. Alright. Hold the tray up to the light. Make sure I don't miss anything. Toss it to the side because I got those nice little bags. Nunchaku, or nunchucks, or numchucks, as some people call them. Alright. So we have another one of these belt clips. I showed you from Raph. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing here. Going crazy. You want to come with? My dad always used to say that. Music. Dead air. Music. Hello. Are you not? Shuffle all. Stupid. I don't know if it was like a dead silence at the end of one track or the beginning of another, but it's annoying. Got another little belt clip. We got this little. This isn't on the box. This is called a This is not on the the accessory list. Again, I recognize it from the vintage figures. Maybe you can tell me in the comments what martial arts weapon this is called. There's only one of them in here. This is called a Kyoketsu Shoge. Also from the vintage figures. Nice little metal paint job. There's only one in Mikey's tray, but there is also one in Donnie's tray. Holy jeez Louise. Okay, so Mikey comes with 3 throwing darts. I was going to call them spikes, so it's a good thing I looked. Three throwing darts. That is not focusing. A little further from the camera. Boy, I can't wait to get back to edited videos. We have a pair of nunchaku with real chains, but there's a bendy wire threaded through the chain, so you can do that. Or you can do that. Ah, that's awesome. Sorry, I'm very excited about that. There's a pair. They're identical. Wooden handles, silvery caps to the ends. I'm sure there's a more official name than the cap, but real chain with the bendy wire in throughout the chain. Then we have 2 nunchuck handles. Where instead of another nunchuck on the end of it, there's just a peg. And there's 2 of them like that. Because there are 2 spinny effects. Definitely make sure you don't lose those darts, the throwing darts. Translucent plastic, you got some nice blurry brown for the motion blur there. Handles and caps, the chain, the faux chain, and then these pegs plug into each one, so you can spin your chucks at those foot goons. The peg actually, I don't want to like grind it down or anything, but like if you spin it hard enough, it'll actually spin on the peg. So I'm holding the handle still and it's turning. So again, I wouldn't recommend doing that. Is it perfectly round and then maybe the hole is a little hexagonal? Yes, the hole is hexagonal. Is that a hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagon. Yeah. Awesome effect. Always appreciative when a Michelangelo comes with those effects. We finally got to know. I take that back. We've always had them for the Nekatoon. The first set I got, I think, was the Revoltech 2012 Michelangelo. I mean, I have all 4 turtles. I should have brought one of them out. I got enough comparisons. Let's get on with the video. It's 40 minutes already. Donatello's stuff. We've got some cool. Those are cool. Oh, awesome. So we got some goggles. Got some black, like. Ooh, okay, that's not. I was gonna say it was rubbery, but it's not. It's a little rubbery. The lenses are translucent green, so I held it up to the light and looked through them. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if you can do it here, but like I don't know if you can see. I wonder. They're hinged where the strap meets the goggles. I'm wondering if I'm not gonna force that. So the goggles rotate on the hinge on the ends, and I assume you just put it up against his eyes and then rotate the strap down behind his head. Nike stuff. I'm trying to keep all the 4 separate. Then we have another one of these things that is not. It's not on here, man. Again, if you know what this is, or if you can Google it while watching, you want to put it in the comments for mine and everyone else's sakes. And then he also comes with another one of the Kyoketsu Shoges. So he and Mikey each come with one each of those. He comes with some kunai. So we have the throwing darts with Mikey. These are throwing daggers. I didn't have to look that up. I knew these were kunai. We got a little loop there. As you can see, I'm holding onto it with my tweezers. All silver. All 3 are identical. Stuck on the end of my tweezers. We have another one of those weird belt clips that I'm hopefully going to figure out because it's not on the instruction sheet. We have an awesome Mirage style wrist. Doohickey, like, I mean, it's a gun, it's a blaster. Oh, that's cool. So it's got a elastic strap. Black elastic strap, the hinged, I like that brass paint job on there. A little hinge handle for Donnie. Little blaster barrels there. Something I did see in the instructions is the data pad here does open up. Boop. A little screen and some button. Oh, it's a whole keyboard. Jeez, Donnie. How are his giant fingers going to type on a regular sized keyboard? It's like a smartphone where he's got like the swipe set up where all he has to do is like get in the general vicinity of the letter and just sort of like swipe to the next letter and it guesses what word he's trying to type. And then his bow staff. as I swipe all the kunai onto my lap. Bow. They come apart in the middle. No, okay. Some do. Better get into his grip hands. Little wraps. Wood texture. Wraps. It's not perfectly straight, which I like. Wood is not perfectly straight. That's what she said. No, no accessories left. Oh! Something I forgot at the beginning, which I meant to do. Today is my good friend Jason's birthday. Happy birthday, Jason. I know you're a Ninja Turtle fan, so hopefully you'll watch this at some... Hopefully you're not watching this right now, because it is your birthday, and hopefully you're with your family. But if you do see this at some point, happy birthday, bud. The last accessory tray. We're almost at an hour and I'm still on the accessories. We've got some climbing claws, right? Climbing claws, all right. We got a pair of climbing claws. Trying to think. Point of this is to show off the accessory, not my hands. Look at my hands. You can be a hand model. He comes with 3 more kunai. I'm mixing them in with Donnie's stuff. Don't do that. So yeah, so he comes with 3 kunai. That weird belt clip. I wonder if it's even for a belt. He's got his sheaths, which answers the question if they come off or not. So, but the hooded cloak that was under Donnie's tray does only have 1 slit. So I would assume, because of the 1 slit and because of the black hooded cloak that was under Leo's tray, that's the black one's for Leo, the brown one's for Donnie. So, but again, it should be compatible with all of them. The sheaths have they do not have pegs. There's like these little notches. I'll show up close, but I can't look at it and show you at the same time. My eyesight's not that good. So, awesome little wrap details, little like gold endings. And there's like these little notches there, which I'm assuming his back, there's a loop, and the little notches are to keep it from going all the way through the loop. So, katana. I like when Leo's katanas are straight. I'm not a fan when they're curved. Blade, little hilt, nice wrap detail on the handle. The hole is flat on one side, pointy on the other. So if this is the slicey edge, that goes towards the pointy part of the hole. I'm not a huge fan of when they're super loose, but it also scares me when there's some resistance sliding them in, just because I don't want to scrape the paint off the blade from too many ins and outs. Try the other. Nope, definitely does not go in the other way. It only goes in the way I showed. It's a little easier the second time. So, one of the sheaths. Again, as I said, my MCU trivia. If I'm looking at the screen, not the camera, it's because I'm directing and I'm trying to make sure that what is on the screen is good for you. You don't need to see my eyes. You need to see the accessory. So the sculpt is identical on both sides. A little slender there. You can see the notches sticking out. You can see the shaped hole there. Then, so tip is sharp and pointy. I like that little groove at the back of the blade. You can Come and I got shaky hands, man. Sorry. Like that cool, like braided, like that super tight fabric. If you ever held like a samurai or ninja sword before, there's sculpting in the decorative, little decorative sculpting in the top and bottom of the hilt. There's the butt. The butt. I touched the butt. And then slided it. That one in a lot easier. Cool. There's like a kind of like it doesn't quite okay. It snaps in. I mean, there was no like audible snap, but okay, maybe don't do that. So, very thin plastic. I don't want to break it. All right. Shell grapples with climbing ropes. Shell communicators. Walkman. Okay. Pizza. First tray is... Oh. Okay. We have a Leonardo head. A little grumpy. He's a grumpy Gus. Man, the sculpting is just amazing on these things. Hole for the bandana or fedora. Ball socket. Put with the Leo stuff. We got another Leo head. So an upcoming video I'll be making sometime in the future, whenever. I'm unsure if my favorite turtle is Leo or Mikey. I'll go into more detail in that video, but what's appropriate is that this tray has Leo and Mikey. So got a yelling head. Just absolutely amazing sculpt work. I may not be a fan of high prices. I may not be a fan of soft goods. I am really not a fan of limited releases. And this waitlist came through for me. This waitlist came through for quite a few people, but why have a waitlist in the first place, you know? Especially if you're putting stuff up for pre-order, then you know how many to make for the pre-order. Well, that's why it's open a certain amount of time, but it's not open a certain amount of time, especially when these pre-orders sell out within a minute. Casey Jones sold out in minutes, and I didn't even bother trying for him because I didn't have the turtles. I'm like, why am I going to get Casey if I don't have the turtles? So I am now on the wait list for Casey Jones. I was going to save that for the end of the video, but I'm on the wait list for Casey. Don't know if I'll ever see it, but you know, I didn't try getting him, but I still know that he's sold out in minutes. So Mikey, he's got a little, I was going to say a happy head. That's stoned, man. That's why he's always got the munchies. That is a I'm hanging out with Norval Shaggy Rogers from the Scooby-Doo gang and getting high in the back of the Mystery Machine or the party wagon, eating some pizza and Scooby snacks. What would be cool is, I know there's some really, really good customizers out there who've done head casts of these. I've seen someone do the heads in the all red bandanas to get it more mirage-ish. But like if all of these facial expressions were available in like, you know, the different. So it's like, I have a stoned head for all the other three turtles, so all four can get stoned at the same time, or you know, all four can be angry and yelling, or all four can be scared. Like great, like the eyes are different shape, but like different sizes, like Deadpool. There's a little depth in the mouth there. That's awesome. Put my mouth in her mouth. Just trying to. It was a weird way of showing you that the mouth isn't just like solid in the front. It actually goes back a little bit. So. I'm gonna start memorizing these songs because we have a pair. I'm assuming there are 4 total. We have a pair of turtle Oh, that's cool. All right. So yeah, a pair of turtle grapplers. Identical on both sides. When you push in the little like loop there, the hooks come out. That's so cool. One for Mikey, one for Leo. I'm assuming these are for these strings. So I don't know if maybe you tie the string around the loop or if you. Ooh, actually, okay. No, I wouldn't tie them because the hook is sculpted just enough that it's not going to fall off. So like you saw, I had to, I couldn't just pop it on like it Papa John's. Like that's holding it on there. That's pretty good, man. All right. Well, might as well just do it for all of them. Preemptive. Okay, so pulling that out, never mind. I was going to say pulling that out does not make the claws go back in, but yes, it does. And I'm hooking it to the side just so then I don't accidentally push them in when I'm trying to get it hooked on. So, but it's still, it's so cool. Sorry, I'm excited. So, we have a pair of turtle comms. Oh, jeez. Okay. Looks like the ones from the cartoon. The antennae are kind of floppy. Okay, so the antennae are supposed to come out when you slide it up. But you can see they're kind of floppy and they kind of come out on their own anyway, so. Hopefully, I mean, you saw one, you could see one side, but then my finger was blocking the other side. And it opens up further and locks into place. Although it is still kind of a little wobbly on the open and close. Trying to show you without a fat finger getting in the way. So I don't have fat fingers, they're quite slender. It's an odd brag. I wasn't bragging. I'm skinny. Could fit into spaces we couldn't. Good for thieving. Slender fingers are good for thieving. I think I got the money to afford this set. So the other one is actually not that loose. So yeah, okay. Pop out. Pop it in. Ooh. Pop it out. Pop it in. Papa John's. No, see, then I screwed something up. That one's. Huh, okay. That one's kind of. Hour and I haven't looked at the first turtle yet. Sorry, the handle for the table frightened me. I hit it. Oh, lordy. Okay. We got some katana swooshies. Identical. So, translucent. Rotating in my fingers, whether I want it to or not. You can see there's a little slot inside that fits the tip of Leo's katana. I love action pieces. That's cool. Although, Shouldn't it? Shouldn't it be there? Like it's reminds me of the Marvel Legends Gambit throwing card effect, where it's the trail of kinetic energy is like the cards are going straight out, then the trail of kinetic energy starts before them. It's like they're in the middle, whereas the trail should be from the cards, not in front of them. We have a, because you already saw the Mikey, the nunchuck effects pieces, we have some cool kunai. Or a, actually no, the other are two. Okay. Some Raph and Donnie, the other one. Kunai throwing effect. Leo had the kunai, so we'll put that over here. We have a flat piece of pizza. Pepperoni. Looks delicious. I'm gonna get pretty hungry. It's already been an hour. Kind of didn't eat lunch. Kind of slept till past noon and didn't eat lunch. No, I was up before noon. I watched the Robos Weekly at like 11 or whatever. So some ooey gooey drippy cheese. It does look really delicious though. So I got a Casey's and a Jet's pizza within walking distance. So I have pizza options for dinner. We have a Walkman. The cord is not a bendy wire, or it's, I don't think it's supposed to be, or if it is, it's thinner and a lot softer. So it's not like I can do, it's like I can see everything perfectly in my palms. Work for the camera, not for you. You can look at it later. Some Star-Lord-ish orange, although Star-Lord, the pads were orange, not the hubs. So it's sculpted to look like one of those adjustable headsets, but it's not. And it's sculpted like a modern day headphones. Not vintage. I went Star-Lord because the orange. So, oh, cool. See, like the pads have like a paint job where it's like, I thought it was dust, but no, it's paint to see the concave manner of the headphones. Maybe better on the other one, but and then we got a yellow Walkman, so not Star-Lord, his is blue and silver. Stop focusing on me. I'm not the subject of the video. The toys are. Well, that's cool. Sculpted and painted screws. Oh, dude, there's a battery compartment sculpted in there. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not. Get the light to hit it. Just so. Ah, look at that. There's a battery compartment. That is awesome. We have some bandana tails that are not identical. Holy cow. Okay. I was going to say they were identical, just different colors, but no, they are unique. They're similar, but they are unique. That is awesome. Blue, orange. Oh, that's a lot of hands. We have... So, something that I love with the turtles is different skin tones. So each turtle has their own hands, and while I assume that the pegs and holes are compatible, the skin tones are not. Hence why you couldn't just get an extra high Mikey head and paint the bandana blue, because it wouldn't look right on Leo, because their skin tones are different. So Mikey has a pair of grip hands. They got a little L and R on the inside, not that, or no. Well, these are both left hands. These are different grips. All right. That's a tighter grip. Compare the two, dummy. That's a looser grip. Something I've never been a huge fan of, even though my beloved Jim Henson Turtles also have them, fingernails. So it makes sense. It makes sense. It would not make sense for them to be smooth, like in the cartoon, but I don't know, weirds me out. We got I want to say it's a thumbs up hand, but like there's some space between the fingers and palm, so it's like it's basically a very tight grip, but with like the thumb. So maybe for one of the nunchucks to put his thumb against the handle. I don't know. We'll find out. We have a looser grip, kind of a trigger finger hand. These are all still Mikey, sorry. That was the right. Oh no, this is also right. Okay, so we have that kind of same thumbs up grip, only you can see the second finger. So the back finger is sculpted to the palm. So, but there is a little bit of space between the forefinger. So you can get something in there, and then the thumb is just not as protruded as the other hand. We got a little style. It had never dawned on me until I think Super 7 started doing them. I love these you know, relaxed, you're fine. I don't think I'd ever use karate chop hands. No shade against anyone who includes karate chop hand. Like Super 7, I think does, but like I think NECA only has a karate chop hand. So if you want relaxed or open palm, that's just only karate chops. Either karate chop or grip or fist. Again, so no shade, no shade. I really, really like these, you know, splayed, styled, kind of clawed. And so this I learned to do in second grade because I was in second grade when the first Ninja Turtle movie came out, and we were like, how do they put their hands on the gloves? And we just on the playground we learned the Spock, live long and prosper. So it's almost second nature for me. And then we have what I assume is a pizza holding hand. Slide a little pizza crust in there. Those are Mikey's hands. Leo has the same splayed, only in his darker skin tone. There's no fists. They kind of have fists on them. We'll get there. We'll get there. Leo has the same closed at the bottom finger, barely open at the top. Likely for the kunai or throwing darts. Holds it nicely. Camera's down there, not up here. Because when I initially put it in, I was like, that's too loose. It's just gonna, you know, slide out. But no, it held pretty nicely. He's got a tighter grip. Just to speed things along, I showed you Mikey's stuff close up. So if it's the same sculpt in different color, different skin color, I'm just gonna do it quickly. So a little more openy grip. Index finger on that one is a little more open than this, so they're not exact opposites of each other. And then he also comes with a pizza hand and that fully open grip. Thumbs up. All right. Leo or Mikey? I got my Leo shirt on. Let's go Leo. Leonardo leads. Deskin packet because the belt is soft goods. I'm only going to go through articulation once. I'm going to test it on everyone. But I'm only going to go through it once. The default bandana is very short, kind of cartoonish. So I like the option of the longer, more dramatic looking one. He's got a little grimace on his face. He's got a ball joint at the top. Easily swapped. Ball joint. The neck. Oh, nope. That's not a ball joint. That is a dumbbell. Dumbbell. Then the bottom of the neck. Does it okay, it rotates at least. Does it pivot? It pivots. Down. Maybe not much back, but then you get with a little shoulder pad there is like pleather. See, these are kind of fists, but like they look like they're kind of open, but it is sculpted completely closed. So they're odd fists. Look at his sculpt and paint. You put the sheaths on or in. Yep, in. There's my pale skin through the holes. That is, the whole belt is soft goods, like a pleathery material. The pouch on the front, holy cow, can open. I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it. Testing. I test first, then I show. The elbow pads are on black elastic, the same black elastic on Donnie's gun. I think the pads themselves are just plastic, they're not pleather. Okay, pop that off. Does this, which way does it hinge? Okay, so I'll keep testing, sorry. Hang on! Really need my lit magnifiers. Okay, so that is not a butterfly joint. That's just the top of the torso is separate from the bottom of the torso. That's cool. And then obviously the shell is all one. The shell, the plastron, and I don't know what the sides are called. Put it in the description if you know or can Google. Nice double jointed. So for the wrists, you got like this big chalk and ball with a peg on it, and then it's hinged. It's the sphere is like two halves. So, and then the peg is on one half, and then I guarantee there's another peg down there. It's plugged into the arm. So then this peg just rotates like that. But because of this peg down here, you also get rotation there. So the cool thing about that, with the hands being like that, is that you can either have, where's the slot? There we go. You can either have a horizontal hinge, or a little rotation. You can have a vertical hinge. So you know I love for my swords. All right. Then we have double jointed elbow. Comes up that far. See how far the, oh, past 90. A little more in the T-pose. It is a pinch hin. It's a pin hinge. So you get rotation all the way around. It does kind of hit the ridge of the shell, but up and down. Woo! It's gonna be a long video. Then you got bicep rotation. Oh god. Like I said, the upper body is a separate piece inside the solid piece that is the shell plastron, and the sides piece, please put that in the comments. And it's separate from the cross piece. So like you could turn the legs one way and then turn the upper body the opposite direction. So it's almost like having two waist joints. There's not a lot of room to move around, but I mean, it can. I'm trying not to just move the neck joint. You see, the arms are moving, so I'm assuming it's a dumbbell. It's probably like a socket. I ain't taking it apart. I'm sure someone has, but so maybe there's a socket, and there's a dumbbell here for the upper torso, and there's a dumbbell here for the lower torso. Legs go out that far. It is a ball jointed hip with a cap. Go up. Not quite all the way, just the plastron gets in the way. So you can rotate the hip on the ball, but then there's a thigh cap on that, which also rotates. So hopefully you can see that. Again, the knee pads are on the black elastic. Boink. It is a double jointed knee. I am hoping, I have not seen any reviews of these. I know I'm like 6 to 8 months late for my review, but like I haven't watched any. I wasn't salty, but it was more of a matter of, it would just make me feel worse not having them if I just watched reviews. So it's, so I'm assuming forward facing pin goes up that far, doesn't go up any further, goes down, let's try not to move that, goes down, but then you also get rotation and pivot. That's a good ankle tilt. Actually, it feels like, is there a dumbbell? No, I think it's just, I think it might be a, nope, I'm gonna force it, okay. So instead of like the usual, like Marvel Legends, has a hinge. See the hinge there, and then the pin on the hinge goes forward into the foot for the ankle tilt. There is no hinge in there. I think it's just like a forward-facing pin ball joint. So, but then you do get full ball joint range on the foot. So, now here's the problem with me only doing articulation range. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the problem with me doing articulation range on only one of them is they don't only have unique skin colors. Are we far enough into the video that I can drop a light swear? It's a PG swear, okay? The crazy bastards over at NECA. Oh, I'm sorry, Mezco. I apologize. I am sorry, Mezco. I meant no disrespect. The crazy bastards at Mezco gave each turtle a unique body sculpt. So, test the joints. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to test the joints. I'll get them standing. I'll show them to you in the camera, but just to save your time watching this, I'll test the joints later by myself when I'm off. So Mikey also has a pleather belt. His elbow and knee pads are also held on by the black elastic. The wristbands are sculpted on to the forearms. So yeah. So not only do they have unique skin colors, they have unique bodies. The arms might be reused. The necks might be reused. They're looking very, very similar. The hands are definitely reused. The legs are likely reused. The elbow and knee pads are likely reused. What is not, however, aside from the heads are unique. Not just in expression, but like... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here we go. Well, you can see there's no problem getting that off. I should have covered that too, the little rotation, just because the bandana tail plugs in. So, of course, being a peg, it is going to rotate in the hole. So you can get all manner of positions. So yeah, but the facial sculpts are different. So if you're colorblind or you put them in grayscale, you can still tell them apart, just like the Jim Henson Turtles, which another thing I love about those. So you have the unique skin tones, you have the unique facial sculpts, but the plastrons are different. I know that may look like reuse, but is the front reuse? Nope, the scratches. So it might be the same sculpt, but like they have different scratches. So like Leo's got one up here that like diagonally goes across that way. Mikey has one similarly angled, but it's closer to his armpit. And then he's got one near the top of the plate. And then, so yeah, so their plastrons are unique, at least scratch-wise. And then the shells are unique, because if you look, there's a divot at the top of Leo's shell where it's a bump on Mikey's. His divot is a little further over. I don't know if the shells are articulated. Seriously, the shells rotate. So maybe reused also, but again, the scratches on the shells are unique. So like they probably had one set sculpt, and then for each one, they dug in the scratches randomly for each one. But there's also something different going on the inside, because as you can see, no? I thought Mikey was a little shorter than Leo. So it's hard for me to tell this close to them behind them, so I don't know if you can see. Hello, dummy. So, Leo is almost 5.5. Oh, Mikey shorter. So Leo's almost 5.5. Mikey is about 5.25. So yeah. So even if everything is reused, they did randomize the scratches on the plastrons and the shells. I would assume then the sides are identical. Yeah. The striations are the same as... Man, lighting's not good. Camera quality's not great. Sorry, guys. You know, it defeats the purpose of a toy review when you can't see the toy. But so yeah, so maybe the same legs, feet, arms, etc. Necks, same shells. Leo's those. I mean, rotate. It's like you can kind of like. That's cool. Leo's got some loops for the kunai. If that button, does that button work? I'm not going to try it. That's way too small. There's no way that button works. It's way too small. The flap is totally slotted in there, and I guarantee you could pull that open. But yeah, so Mikey, a little lighter green, a little more yellowish. His pouch. Oh crap! His pouch came out of the. There you go. His pouch came out of the strap. So the vertical strap came out of the horizontal strap. So I'll have to tweezer it back closed later, and then just loops for his nunchucks. So, Mikey, Leo, nothing left in their tray. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. 2 turtles left. 2 down, 2 to go. Again, I'm going to assume that all of the grapplers, I put them too far away. I just lost one of the plastic bags. I mean, I didn't lose it, it fell down, but grapplers are identical. Turtle comms are identical. Grappler for you. Grappler for you. Come on. Turtlecom. Turtlecoms. I already showed you close up. Trying to save your time. I'm not rushing through for my benefit. I'm rushing through for your benefit. We're already at 1 hour and 25 minutes. Again, similar sculpts, but unique from each other. They probably had like the same sculpt in the 3D modeling program, and then just like twisted the bands in different directions. So yeah. Like I said, we have another kunai throwing effect. Donnie came with the other kunai, he gets that one. We have some like... Okay, so here is a bow swipe with like an impact point. Pretty cool. See the little cylindrical hole there for Donnie's bow. Although, well, we'll try it out. There's only one of these. I don't know. So there's little nubs on the ends of Mikey's nunchucks are kind of preventing it from sliding in. So I was gonna see if, you can just do like a singular swoosh with a hit, but it won't fit in without forcing, or unless you slice the nubs off, and I ain't doing that. So we have another flat piece of pizza. We have another gooey piece of pizza. These are identical. The paint is slightly different on them. I don't think for any specific reason. I think it was just random, Oh, actually, the pepperoni slices are unique. That's cool. And they're not mirrors of each other, because as you can see, the one over here, my left, stage right, it's wider. Yeah, okay. I always keep the pizza with Mikey. They're all allowed. There's 4 slices here. There's enough for everybody. These look like the same sculpt. I just think that the paint was, yeah, it's the same sculpt. The paint was just, however it happened. I don't know if they're hand painted in the factory or if they're like a machine painting on the assembly line, but the randomization helps. No 2 slices look alike. So even though it's the identical sculpt. We have some impact points here. I'm looking for holes. It's hard with my... it's hard because they're clear. The holes in the top. I'm assuming another bow, like your... Nope, the bow is too big. Nunchuck wouldn't make sense because it's not a... You don't hit with the handle of the nunchuck, so you hit with the side of it. I'm then assuming it is Raph's tonfas. Booyah! So it doesn't really hold on. Donnie's bow stuck in the swipe a little more. But the only other weapon that exists in this set that would fit a cylindrical hole such as that are Raph's tonfas. Which again, you could give the tonfas to anyone. Okay, so then we have... I'm scared for the tip of the side. You got like a little impact point there. And maybe... Use the tweezers, not the... Use the metal, not the plastic. I was looking to see if maybe there's like a slit on the top or something for like a sword to go into, but no, it's just the little pointy hole in the bottom for the tip of his sai. And then there is another. Is this identical? Yeah, that's identical. So this one's off camera. Sorry. Yeah, they're identical. I didn't give you a good look at the previous one, so there we go. Eek. And then we have this one. Also looks like a groove for Raph's sai in the top there. So then, again, it fits loosely. But there are no other... Oh, okay. Tonfa? Nope, it's flatter. The Kiyotsuku... No. I don't remember how to pronounce. I don't remember how to spell that. Or maybe it fits loosely on that too. There's nothing else. Not nunchuck. Sword. Sword's all that's left. I mean, it holds it more steadily than this thing. So, not sure what deflecting a throwing star or dagger. I'm not sure. I'm an idiot. They're in the instruction sheet. Stupid. This is a throwing effect for Raph's sai. His handle goes in the top, and then the bottom is held by one of the grip hands, like he's throwing it. Stupid. Shows a twisty throwing effect that I don't have. Here, I'll show you. It's like, so these little loops down here, one with a sai and then one with a kunai, those don't exist in my set. So I don't know. They weren't on the back of the box. Or the slipcase, sorry, slipcover. They are not on the... I mean, it doesn't even show all of them. It just shows the shuriken and kunai ones. There's no slots for them in any of these. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there was like a pre-order bonus, or maybe a different Mezco. Oh man, that sucks. It shows a sword swipe where the sword is at the end of the swipe, but instead I have two of the middle ones. But the slot in the tray was sculpted for two of these, not one of these and one of the flat edge ones. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not missing them. They're just not in the set. Hands. Raf. 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 This hand is probably for that sai throwing. Boom! Throwing a sai. Well, put the sai in, dummy. Covered them with the hands. That's cool. That's very cool. I like that a lot. I'm still a little bummed about those other the advertised but not included swipey effects. I don't know if I finished the sentence. I've watched some of these videos back and like I'll start a sentence and then just trail off and never get back to the point. So my other wonder is, because it's not missing from any of these trays, I'm wondering if they just come with a different 1/12 collective set. Like one of the G.I. Joe ninjas, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, Raph. Check the other tray. I already checked the other tray. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe they come with a Daredevil, or they come with, like I said, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, or maybe there's an accessory pack you could buy. I don't know. These are only my 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th 1/12 collective figures. So I've only gotten 2 before, and so I don't have a whole lot of experience. I have a lot of old Mezco stuff, like the comic and movie Hellboy, the Family Guy and South Park figures. So the long, almost a 20-year history with Mezco figures. 2005 was when the Hellboy stuff started coming out. I'm pretty sure, because yeah, I was working at Tower Records 2005, I was working at Tower Records 2005 to 2006. These are Donnie's hands, by the way. And that's when the Family Guy and South Park stuff was coming out as well. So yeah, it's a 19-year relationship with Mezco. Like I said, these are all the same hands that you saw with Leo. Just different skin tone. I don't like the violently angry head that Donnie comes packaged with. So we got a smarmy little smirk. Or I just farted. Okay, I like that one. I like that one. We have a serious, stoic, almost done with your crap face. I'll put that on. Done with your crap face. You have a crap face and I'm done with it. Desiccant packets. Because again, pleather. Belts. Just make sure that he can stand. Pop that off. Pop that off. There's the head he comes packaged with. It is a great head. It is good to have. I just, for showing you a lineup, just seems a little aggressive for Don. He's the quiet nerdy one. And then I want to say that Donnie's actually taller than the rest. You're just going off the 2012 style. Maybe. Nope, Donnie's taller. Where's my tape measure? Oh, I put it back. All right, so Leo was 5.5. No. I'm an idiot. I'm looking at it like a down angle. So Leo is closer to 5, and that's a quarter. That's what, 16th? Mikey is 5 1/8. Donnie is 5 1/4. So Donnie's 5 1/4. Leo is 5 1/16. Mikey is 5 1/8. Love it. Give you a good look at least his coloration. Like I said, the other sculpted bits are identical, except the faces and the scratches on their shells and plastron. The plastron is the front shell. Now, so this top piece, we're used to the 6-pack. It's the pecs and then the abs and then the crotch plates. We're not used to this top piece, but that is biologically accurate to a turtle. So they do have, like, their plastron does usually, like, as I'm behind the figure, does usually like come to a point underneath their heads. So I don't feel any which way or the other about that. So I'm benevolent. I don't dislike it. I don't think it's the greatest thing since sliced pizza. Oh gosh, if those ties come loose, that'll be a nightmare to retie. Oh, he's got some little loops for his kunai. I'm gonna have to sweep all these accessories to the side for the final comparisons. In fact, all right. You didn't show us Raph yet. I know. I'm just trying to free up space. Leo definitely wants to put his swords in this stupid belt clip. I don't know what it's for. Yeah, I don't know. These weird clips that all 4 of them have. No idea. Maybe you'll loop the grappling string around the inside of it and then it clips onto their belts and that way they can like hold on to it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It was an old radio. It's like a radio play, which I know, that used to be entertainment before TV was invented. But like in the early 90s. I was gonna say late 80s, early 90s. I don't think it was as back as late 80s. So early to mid-ish 90s. One of the local Chicago radio stations did like a old-timey radio play, and there was like this German doctor, and he's like, I don't know, but he pronounced the K, so I don't know. And my second oldest brother would just go around saying that. He is 12 years older than me. We shared a father, different mothers. My oldest brother's 13 years older than me, and he was born on the day that the Manson family murdered Rosemary and Lino LaBianca. So, I just gave everyone my brother's birthday, but he's a cop, so, you know, he can handle himself if you try anything. Chicago cop. If you know anything about the city of Chicago, he did the graveyard shift on Lower Wacker Drive, which was not a safe. You've seen Lower Wacker Drive in the Dark Knight movie, where they go underneath with the truck and everything. But when he was a police, I'm almost positive it's better now, but like when he was on duty, it was not a safe area for anyone to be in, especially not a police officer. So, yeah, he can handle himself, and I'm not giving you his, you know, name or address. You say he lives in Chicago, and we know his birthday. Sorry, bro. Anyways, my second oldest brother would just go around the house going, I don't know, and it's because of him that it stuck in my head, not the radio play. So it's like I know where it came from, but it got stuck in my head because of him, not its source. As you see, I'm keeping their weapons out. I think I just lost one of the throwing darts into my lap, which is not going to be a fun discovery. 105 minutes, someone's still watching. Thank you. I appreciate you very, very much. I don't say that lightly. I do very much appreciate you, so. I like doing this, and, you know, the only way that anyone on YouTube is able to do this for a living is through people who watch. So if you watch all the way through, if you give it likes and comments, if you subscribe to the channel, you know, oh, the evil algorithm dings the pages, which is unfair. But like, YouTubers wouldn't be saying those things if those things didn't 100% help the channel. And it's all free. So, and if you don't want to sit and pay attention to a 106+ minute video, throw it on while you're cleaning. Throw it on while you're doing laundry. I throw longer videos on. I found a channel where a British woman, she starts the video no makeup, and she goes through a true crime case, and by the end of the case, she's got full makeup. And it's, I'm a big fan of her. She just came up in the recommends. Like, there was no connection to finding her channel, but like, and her stuff is over. They're all over an hour, so I'll put them on when I draw. So, worst case scenario, put it on mute. YouTube can't tell, and just leave the browser window open. It'll stop itself. But stuff like that genuinely helps the channel. You know, I just crossed triple digits in subscribers, so I'm at 102 subscribers as of the recording of this video, as long as I don't lose any. Super angry rat face. Simmering Rage. I'm going to swap that head out too, because I like that one better as a default. But I will show you this. Oh, I zipped up Raph's bag and I didn't put the heads in there. Whatever. And just grr face. So. I guarantee you, before these go in my display, I'm doing the long bandanas. It was easier to just leave, you know, it was enough of a time waster to swap Raph and Donnie heads. Like, they're all imperceptibly the same size. It's just, I like that there's subtle size differences. Let me show you the coloring in the belt. Little loops there for his size on either side of the pouches. And that back thing is for the push dagger. Ooh. Oh, from Tonfas. That's awesome. Okay. I'm definitely, once this is done, I'm going to like outfit them. Just, again, I'm trying not to, if you are kind enough to sit through this entire video, I'm trying to make it as short as possible for you. So thank you. Come on. You slightly tilt the feet and slightly spread the legs. So it's called an A pose. So their legs aren't straight up and down. They're just slightly like this. So they're not, you know, extreme, which maybe not going that extreme, but you know, anyways. But I'm also trying to make sure that he is standing up as straight as he can without his legs being straight up and down to show the height. Oh, he might be a little shorter than Mikey. I kind of like that. It gives him a Napoleon complex. Testing the tray. Making sure I'm not actually missing those effects pieces. No? Alright. I don't know, man. I will have to Google or look at someone else's video from 6 months ago. So, you know, Leo, who is 5 1/4. No. Problem is his head's kind of like angled down. 5 1/16. That's 5 1/4. That is. Oh shoot! The 16th is so no. 8th is taller than 16th. Sorry. So Raph is 5 1/30 seconds. Mikey is 5 1/16. Leo is 5 1/8. Donnie is 5 1/4. And I killed Donnie. How dare I? All right, so let's get some weapons strapped to them for the other figure comparisons. I just slid that through. Leo does not have the X. He's got the 2 diagonal. So I still say that. Actually, no. You know what? The slit in here is the opposite direction of Donnie's staff. So this is a Leo cloak. All right. Then maybe the ponchos for Donnie? I don't know. I'm sure there's other videos. You've already been with me for 112 minutes. I'm sure there's other videos where they put on all the clothing and they probably edit the video to be, you know, 32 minutes. So, I don't know how I feel. This is not the first. Actually, Mirage Leo Mirage Leo is the opposite direction. I think Mirage Leo's goes diagonal over his right shoulder. These are going diagonal over his left shoulder. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about that versus. I don't know how I feel about a diagonal over the X. Obviously, my first experience. I don't remember if it was toy or cartoon because they came out almost the same time. Also, those notches aren't needed to hold them in; just the pleather holds them in just fine. But toy and cartoon came out on top of each other, so it doesn't really matter which came first for me because both had the X. Heck, I mean, cartoon Leo doesn't even have sheaths. He just sticks them back in his belt in the X pattern. They ride a little too low. I've never liked that. The toy has sheaths. You'll see in a second. He's got the vintage Leo toy. Oh my god! He's got the vintage Leo toy. It's not vintage. It's the 2013. I'm trying to remember my Kevin Eastman video. 2013. I was gonna like pose him holding one or both of those, but you know. So bendy wire. Oh. The problem I have with bendy wire is the type of metal it is if you go back and forth at the same spot, that spot is going to eventually break. So I don't want to like go. I don't want to fold and unfold and fold and unfold and fold and unfold too many times, and then have the wire break. Which, if it broke, then I guess at least the chain is still there and real. So, whew. I'm having difficulty getting both handles into this loop. I looked to see if there was another loop for... Okay, well, we're gonna have to trust on the bendy wire to hold it in place, because I'm only fitting one handle in there for now. It's got these little slots for the throwing darts. I'm wondering if I should have given Mikey the high head. The scared head didn't seem right, but you know. All right, there's all four. So for turtle comparisons, look forward, Leo. So center. Also, I can't help doing this. It's the old theme song. Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines, Raphael's cool but rude, Michelangelo's a party dude. It's just how I have always ordered them. All of my turtle displays is Leo, Donnie, Raph, Mikey. Leo, Donnie, Raph, Mikey, Leo, Donnie, Raph, Mikey. So for Leo, we have the Playmates vintage reissue from 2013, Toys R Us. We have the Super 7 Ultimate. Oop, don't copy, Robo. Sorry, Robo. I'm not trying to plagiarize. I'm really not. Super 7 Ultimates. So, toy, but bigger, more articulated. Then we have the Mattel. I tried to get like one turtle from each company without repeating companies. His size is going to prevent him from standing directly behind himself. We're taking that off. The Mattel Turtles of Grayskull, Raphael, and my usual NECA, Secret of the Ooze, Michelangelo. Because I knew that if I was going to get all four turtles from all of the lines, this would be like 6 hours long. Maybe not 6 hours long, but it would be longer than it's already shaping up to be. So I tried to get one turtle from each manufacturer. We have the Funko Pop Spirit of Splinter. Well, I'm not trying to repeat any turtles either. We have the Mondo, 1/6 scale. These are 1/12. 1/6 scale Mauser. I have all the turtles, but again, I didn't want to repeat any turtles. We have the Hasbro Transformers crossover, Party Wagon / Party Wallop. I was like, what's his name? And while he comes with all 4 bandanas, he also comes with a no bandana look. So I went with the no bandana look to not repeat a turtle. And last but certainly not least, because it's really, really cool figure, the Loyal Subjects Best Action IDW Shredder, specifically the repaint that came with the comic book, Shredder Goes to Hell, or Shredder in Hell, or Shredder from Hell. No. He's going to hell. Shredder in Hell, I want to say. So, nicely correct me in the comments, please. So we got Hasbro, Loyal Subjects, Mondo, Playmates, Super 7. Also, that's going to take the place of my usual Bluegrass. This is going to take the place of my usual Masterverse Stinkor. And then this is just taking the place of my usual NECA Secret of the Use Mikey. My other 2 1/12 collectives, going backwards in terms of getting them. My previous one was the Rumble Society Bartholomew Vex, who vexes me with his inability to stand. And then the first 1/12 collective figure I ever got, thanks to my good friend Monty Williams, you jerk, the 2019 David Harbour Hellboy. Mezco 1/12 collective. I know, it's just, we're going to be here all day if I keep sliding them to the side. So, Bartholomew Vex was the one who fell over when I moved one of the turtles before. I'm just going to lay Hellboy down. All right, so we're going to scooch, scooch, scooch. You said you weren't going to do that. I looked to make sure I was getting it right, because I know I kept going back and forth. Curse of Spawn, Shadow Spawn. Curse of Spawn, Shadow Spawn. This is the McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 11 I'm almost positive it is Shadow of Spawn. I'm almost positive. I did look it up, but I also have ADHD. I know I did the Hasbro Party Wallop, but Freedom Marvel Legends, just because it's another 1/12 scale figure. This is 1/10 is NECA and McFarlane. 1/10, you already saw his size comparison. We get my usual Jax Pacific, Super Mario, Fresh Monkey Fiction, Eagle Force. Just because if I use like a more common G.I. Joe, then that's doubling up on Hasbro. And again, I wanted, my whole point in the comparisons is to show different companies. I mean, I could have brought a whole lot more NECA turtles out here. We got the Toon, we got the Archie, we got the Mirage, we got the Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird Mirage, and then we have the Jim Lawson. I was going to call him Steve Lawson. Not to be confused with Dan Larson. Jim Lawson Mirage Turtles. And then you saw the movie, so yeah, so awesome. The waitlist works, but I don't know if it works every time. I don't know if it works for everybody who gets on it. You know, I don't know if there's people who will still be on the waitlist for these and never get them. Please, if you have to go secondary market, please do not pay too much. I I've been saying it more frequently in these videos. The only reason scalpers keep scalping is because they keep getting away with it. They keep profiting from it. So don't pay double. Don't pay triple. Go up to your comfort level. Well, my comfort level is double. Don't do double. Just encourages more people to do shit like that. And I'm sick of it. Just, this is supposed to be a hobby. And when you exclude people because of money or exclusivity, a limited amount, that's not a hobby. That's just, you know, hobbies have no place for elitism. Don't be elite jerks. Just, you know, everybody should be able to enjoy these. If you can get on the wait list, I would do it sooner rather than later. Mezcotoys.com, MEZCOTOYZ.com. Thank you to my patron, Josh. If you would like to help support me on Patreon, patreon.com/TENIME. $5 a month gets you unlimited access to all of my artwork, works in progress. I also have other rewards above that. I'm hungry, man. I'm gonna go get some pizza. Patreon.com/TENIME, $5 a month. If you can, don't, you know, I'm telling you not to overpay on toys. If you don't have $5 a month, don't give me $5 a month. Like I said, watching the entire video is free. Liking the video is free. Commenting on the video is free. Please be nice. I have rejection-sensitive dysphoria. Subscribing to the channel is free. Sharing the videos and sharing the channel with other people is free. And all of those help immensely. The more subscribers I can get, the more views I can get. You know, there's no way that they're going to let me monetize my videos with 102 subscribers. And I'm not ungrateful for those 102, but you know, if we could tack a 0 on the end of that and throw a comma in there, I feel like that might give me a better chance. So thank you very much for watching. Oh, you like my shirt? TENIME Art Studios.threadless.com. Like I said, the link for the specific Leo shirt is already in the description, as are the links to all of the music that I've been playing today. Go give them a listen. They're free, and they let people like me use their music for free. So definitely, I have scissors. I didn't know if they were, like, you know, tied into the tray or whatever. Definitely give them your support as well. You know, free support is the easiest, and there's no reason why everyone shouldn't do it, because it's free. It's, you know, I know we all have limited time, but when it comes to stuff like music or something like a longer toy review, or like I said, put it on mute and leave it up, leave it playing. Or if you do want to listen to me ramble on and on about all sorts of different ADHD tangents, do it while you're, you know, cooking dinner, you know, clipping your fingernails, drawing, knitting, crocheting, crafting. You know, I got a lot of cosplay friends. You know, they could, you know, watch while this is on in the background while they're sewing. I don't know why I had to mimic sewing machine, but so thank you. I really do appreciate everyone who sees this. So, if you are watching this live, I will see you tomorrow, same TENIME time, same TENIME channel, for another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles review. I don't know if you could see that throughout the entire video. I put it there on purpose. I'm going to be reviewing the Turtles of Grayskull 2-Bop Steady, and finishing the Metal Botto Build-A-Figure. Very excited about that. I'm thinking noon Central. So yeah, so catch me Sunday, November 17th, noon Central, for another Turtles review. Happy birthday, Jason. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Mom. My mom's my patron too. So my dad signed up before he passed, and then not that my mom isn't supportive of my artwork. It's just when it comes to something like Patreon, she's more passive, whereas my father was more active. So my father was actively like, I want to see what Chris is drawing. Whereas my mom is like, he'll show me, which I do. So, but it's still nice that she still helps support me there. So, and I'm just drawing it out now. I'm at 128 minutes. I'm like, can I just get it to an even, like the OCD in me is like, can I get to 130 minutes? But then is that going to deter people? Whereas if they saw 128 and a half, they go, oh, I'll watch that. But 130 minute, I'm not going to watch that. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Can I